Drippy alley, I like it. I know what that means, man. And it's the Suns to start out. So let's take a look at the Phoenix Suns starting lineup. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. And it's Ayton in at the center position. Now here's Paul. Just 5 on the clock. Adams grabs the miss.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Already a terrific career for Booker. 3-time All-Star. And then last year, he was named to the All-NBA first team. Just a big honor.
Here's Paul. Out to Bridges. Back to Paul. And they pick up 2.
Well, he passes to the wide-open man. Bridges developing some team chemistry.
Jackson with a screen on Paul. Here's Morant. Pass to Jackson. On the wing, Bain. Now Adams. Morant, the pass to Brooks. Here's Adams. Ayton with the defensive effort.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Three-pointer, no good. And with Booker, it's not just the scoring. Grant, he does a little bit of everything.
Hey, B.A., I mean, you go back and look at last season. He had career highs in rebounds, steals, blocks. I mean, he's learned how to affect the game, even when his shot isn't falling, which is rare.
So it's Phoenix now. After the basket by Memphis, Paul. Out to Bridges. Pass to Ayton. Tries again. And the jumper is good.
DeAndre Ayton happy to shoot at that range. Nice stroke.
And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Shot's good by Morant.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
The Suns have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Paul against Morant. Outside for Booker. From deep, Johnson. The shot, no good. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Here's Morant. It's hauled in by the Suns. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Now here's Paul. Pass to Ayton. It's Booker on the wing, guarded by Bain. An open look for Booker, and he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron.
Such a capable scorer from the mid-range. He just knows how to make that work for him.
And you can tell how much these fans here in Memphis love their Grizzlies.
Yeah, I mean, B.A., ever since they moved here in 2001, these fans have been so loyal. And the players are also enjoy playing here. Memphis is a fun-loving city with great barbecue and a lot of character.
Phoenix has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Here's Paul. Can't get the go-ahead bucket. Memphis leading. Pass to Adams. On the wing, Brooks. Outside Bain. Back to Morant. And Ayton pulls it down. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 8 so far. Booker, the pass to Paul. Outside for Booker. Launches it. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer, and he'll head to the line.
Defense tends to overcommit just because Booker's such a great offensive threat. That time he used it to his advantage.
That one's off. Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead. After a tough decade for the Suns between 2010 and 2020, they are once again a team to be reckoned with in the NBA, Brent.
Oh, man, the cachet of talent that this roster has is tremendous, and this team really came together in a hurry, and they're going to be a force for the next few years to come.
I mean, just an agile move by Morant down low, working around the contact and getting it to go.
Morant against Paul. Outside for Booker. Stolen by Bain. Brooks outside. Pass to Jackson. Back to Brooks. Here's Bain. Kicks it out to Jackson. Brooks outside. Three-pointer. Clock is at 3. That one no good. So Phoenix will take it the other way. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. For 3, Bridges. It's rebounded by Memphis. Moran against Paul. 4-3. And that one's good. Morant's got 12 points.
Morant doesn't need the three-point shot to be effective. There's so much more to his game, but when it's dropping, he's lethal.
Booker for 3. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Grizzlies out in front. They lead by 4. Let's take a quick... If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you think, guys?
Well, you have to credit their effort on the defensive end. It set the tone for this contest.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Moran and Bain in the backcourt together. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. And it's Adams in at the center spot. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Phoenix calls timeout. Well, you ask any team executive, they're all looking for the next Giannis. The problem is there aren't many like Giannis.
That is so true, B.A. Good luck with that, team executives. But reality, look, with the way the NBA game has evolved, positionless basketball is what it's all about. You combine that with size, skill, and talent, that's a dangerous combination, and that's what every team needs.
Basket's good.
And that whole play was all Chris Paul.
Memphis has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. Right side Bain. Kicks it out to Jackson. Beyond the arc. And that won't fall for him. He's 0 for 2.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And think about this. In an era of load management, Mikal Bridges is a rarity. He has never missed a game in college or the NBA.
Paul against Moran. Now here's Paul. He's closely guarded. And it's Bridges with the jam.
I mean, as good a passer as we've ever seen in the NBA. Chris Paul setting up a great look that time.
And if you talk to Bridges, Grant, he really credits his mom for his determination on and off the court.
NBA, it's a terrific story. Now, she actually made the NBA before Mikal did. She joined the 76ers organization in 2015, 3 years before Mikal was drafted.
Timeout called. Memphis.
Timeout.
Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. Out to Bridges from outside the arc. Hits the three-pointer. Bridges has got 6.
Bridges has a lot of jobs for his team, but if he consistently knocks down 3, he can add it to the list.
Morant with it, and it's Paul picking him up, and Aiden pulls it down.
Let's hope for his sake that he does not try that one ever again.
Outside for Booker. The shot won't fall. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Here's Morant. Buckets. He's now 6 of 10 from the field.
In the paint, Morant stays nimble, and that allows him to make any needed adjustment to his shot.
Man, such a heartbreak last year as the Phoenix Suns had the opportunity to return to the finals, and it just felt like they were destined to get back there. It was their most wins in the season in franchise history. It just didn't play out that way.
Aiden, no good.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Morant, pass to Jackson. Back to Morant. Pass to Bain. Crosses over. Second chance shot. Jackson finds Bain. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
Well, next time he should do a better job, I think, of getting balanced and set up his feet. That just throws your body way out of whack and hurts your percentages.
The Suns' regular season dominance last year speaks to this team's strength.
Oh, yeah, they are so tight between the connection of the coaching staff and their point guard and CP3. These guys have talent. They've been through the ups and downs. They know what it takes to get to the top of the mountain. And make no mistake, this Phoenix team is playing to win it.
Outside for Booker from the arc. The Grizzlies pull it in.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Down low. It's stolen by Johnson. Oh, deflected. Oh, Brooks with the steal. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Screen by Bridges. From deep, Johnson. And the Suns miss again. If they play this right, they can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, they really have to work the clock right now.
A wonderful awareness from the big man as Steven Adams finds the open man.
Ball against Morant. Booker with a screen on Morant. Outside for Booker. Fires the 3. Brooks with the rebound. Memphis has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the dunk by Jackson.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Outside Booker, looking to end the run. Yes! And it's Paul with the assist that time. Booker's got 7 points in the game.
This is what you like to see from Booker, just firing with confidence right off the catch.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Grizzlies. Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
This whole first half looked like a highlight reel, rising up and just owning the rim.
Yeah, the defense has got to be a little bit embarrassed. There is no reason why he should just be on top of that rim.
And so in the game for Phoenix, we've got Damian Lee. Dario Saric is out there with Torrey Craig. And then it's Landry Shamet and it's Crowder in at the small forward position. Outside for Green. The 3 is up. Pure from 3-point range. Green's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, that is what he does, just deadly beyond the arc. Green is one of those guys you cannot afford to leave for a second.
And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Lee. And another basket for Phoenix.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Oh, Mark with the slam.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized, defense pays.
Yeah, and we hear this a lot about the Grizzlies, but it bears repeating. There's probably no team in the NBA that has more reason for optimism than Memphis. Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Pass to Williams. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Jones drives in, and here is Williams. Hits the target from 18 feet. You know, I think about all the optimism surrounding the Grizzlies. The rest of the NBA has been put on notice.
Yeah, B.A., and they should be. This team should be a contender for years to come. If the front office makes the right moves, which they have in the last few years, they could be hanging up some banners very soon.
He wants that one over again, I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Torrey Craig. That's his first foul. The Grizzlies have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Pass to Conchard. Lays it up and banks it in. And now it's a 6-point Memphis lead.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Saric is screen on Jones. Now Saric. And Saric throws it down.
The defense so concerned with Shamet and his shot-making ability, he makes the play that time.
Outside Jones. Pass to Conchard. The kick out to Williams. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Second team foul.
And the first one at the line is good. And Williams drops them both. Here's Shamet. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. That one goes. Count it.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Throws it up high. Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball.
Now that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
And it's a completely new group for the Suns. Outside Paul. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And now it's just a 2-point Memphis lead.
He's such a good scorer when he gets inside that painted area. One of the game's best mid-range players that we've ever seen. Chris Paul getting it done.
Jones, the pass to Williams. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. Inside. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's on Brandon Clark.
Well, the defense respects Aiden's ability to score, especially from that area on the floor. He becomes dangerous. DeAndre Ayton was so valuable in that 2021 playoff run for the Suns. Shot over 65% the entire postseason on their way to that NBA Finals appearance.
So Memphis ends up going with a new group. Ooh, Paul with the block.
Always in position to make a play at either end. Chris Paul teed that one up nicely.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. 1:06 left in the third quarter. And then Morant with the dunk.
Get up there, young fella. Sometimes as a point guard, you got to take it yourself.
Well, it's okay to be selfish when you can flush it like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. They respect the decision-making from him out there.
And it goes out of bounds. And coach must have had a really good look at this one. He called a coach's challenge for the out-of-bounds violation.
And depending on the ref's angle, an out-of-bounds violation is an easy call to get wrong. It's a great reason.
The previous play is under review.
It's one of the main reasons the coach's challenge is in place. This isn't a judgment call. There's usually...
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And the ruling has been made. They're going to uphold the original call on the out-of-bounds violation.
And as a coach, it stings to lose a timeout on a failed challenge, but it's a risk worth taking to make absolutely sure that you're not going to lose a possession on a blown call.
Here's Morant. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
Yeah, it was just a little late. I mean, he thought he got there, but the ref saw it otherwise.
The Suns trailing. Outside Booker. To the inside. Stolen by Jackson. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Brooks. Left side Morant. There's the three. And again, it's Memphis with a three.
He plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in a zone, he stays aggressive.
Booker against Bain. To stop the run. They get it back. Here's Ayton. Here's Paul. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials getting together here. They may want to review this one. Well, we thought
The previous play is under review.
out the officials are going to review the play. They're trying to see if he released the ball before the buzzer or not.
And you know, from what we are seeing here on the monitor, it looks like he was late getting it off.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've gotten enough looks at it. The basket will not count. The quarter ended before he got it off.
That was a great idea to give it a second glance. The replay system is available.
And so it's Memphis, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. We'll be right back after this word. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the two-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Moran and Bade in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the 5. That's the lineup.
Yes, sir!
Wow!
Looks like they're gaining some confidence here in crunch time.
And right now is when you have to lay it on the line. Between the two teams, they've clearly been the aggressor.
The kick out to Johnson. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Jerry Jackson Jr. His fourth personal foul. First team foul.
Ball against Moran. Paul passes to Booker. From downtown. Yes. And it's Paul with the assist that time. Paul's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, the mindset of Booker there, pretty solid. He feels like he can make just about any shot, especially the deep triple.
And the dunk by Jackson.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. And there's a pick. Here's Paul. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Outside Moran. The 3 is up. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
So explosive coming off the screen. Morant is sudden and deadly.
For 3, Booker. Grizzlies with the rebound. Jackson's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Adams, and he makes it on the layup. And now it's a 12-point Memphis lead.
Yeah, that 265 pounds out there, it's pretty solid, a wrecking ball.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Ja Morant.
Think about this. He has owned this game from start to finish. Wow, so impressive. The defense literally looked helpless trying to stop him out there. He has been far and away the best player on the court, and it's not close.
Boy, you can see the amazing relationship he's built with the hometown fans. And it motivates him to always give them his very best. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Monty Williams was going over with his team. He didn't waste words with his guys, saying, quote, just go out there and do your thing. You know what needs to be done. Guys, he has the utmost confidence in his players. We'll see how they respond. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Yep, that one goes. Paul's got 6 here in the quarter.
Yeah, there's a dependability when Chris Paul needs to get the scoring going. He's still capable of doing that.
Outside Moran, and he drives in. Ooh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Hey, you can't block it. Sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising up with that confidence.
Well, we've also seen them being very aggressive down in the paint. All game long, they've been hunting down those inside points.
Here's Paul. Oh, he hits that one. 8 for 11 and remaining a thorn in the D side.
He's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Outside Moran. And that one good. Morant's got 34.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
Crafty move. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. A minute 20 left to play in the fourth. From deep, the long distance three is buried. Morant's got 37. The Suns running out of time. Now Paul, outside for Booker. Ayton, a screen on Morant. For 3, Booker. The offensive rebound. Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
The defense unable to stop DeAndre Ayton that time, getting inside and using his frame.
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Grizzlies.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Ja Morant.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
Willing passers, unselfish plays. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
And the foul on Chris Paul. That's his first foul of the game. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and he commits the intentional foul.
And you know what? We'll give them some credit for battling today, but this one is just about over.
And Morant drops them both.
Breathe easy now. The biggest free throws in the game, and he's coming through.
Outside Booker. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Going to be an all-star guard like Devin Booker. You might want to start hitting your share of triples.
He didn't have his feet planted.
He hits the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 9-point game here. Here's Booker. Ayton, a screen on Bain. Booker fires from way outside. Out to Bridges. And so the Grizzlies take the win. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him.
to be very exciting. Two teams that can really run up and down the floor and run up the scoreboard.
Yeah, you know, if one of these teams gets really rolling, Kevin, they might be able to take advantage of this one, but I agree with you. When you talk about these teams, I'm anticipating and even hoping for tons of lead changes.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Prince in at the 3 slot. Edwards drives in. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Composed and cool effort from Edwards inside, not rushing himself or forcing a bad shot, taking what's available.
All up top, he's guarded by Russell. Paul kicks to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Dunking the ball is just second nature to Ayton. With the right positioning, he's a threat to throw it down. Well, many thought the Suns would let Ayton walk as a restricted free agent, but they had no hesitation matching the offer to bring him back. Looks like he'll be a Sun for the foreseeable future. And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
Booker, no good.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
And he makes that one.
Well, that's good work by Prince there, spotting the open man and then putting the ball on target on time right in the shooting pocket.
Paul surveying the floor. On the wing, Bridges. Ayton trying to break free. And there's Bridges on the assist by Paul.
What fun would it be to play with a guy like CP3? I mean, if you get open, he's finding you, and his leadership skills are unquestioned. That guy would be a joy to play with.
And Towns gets it to go.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Paul. Kicks it out to Booker. Ayton a screen on Edwards. For 3, Booker. And Ayton throws it down.
And using that 7'5" wingspan, putting it back off the miss, one of Ayton's specialties.
Gobert with a screen for Edwards. The pass to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Paul against Russell. On the wing, Bridges. 2 minutes remaining in the fourth. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Bridges got 5.
And from long range, Bridges getting more and more comfortable taking and making his share of threes.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Sharich.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
Last season, Clark, the Timberwolves snapped a 3-year playoff drought.
An important milestone for this squad, Kevin. I mean, it shows they're ready to compete in the postseason. That's huge and speaks to just how far this team has come.
Now here's Booker. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Edwards can't hit. Suns trail by 4. Towns with the steal. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
So much confidence coming from Anthony Edwards. You can just see it. This is a guy who knows he belongs in the league and is hungry to be great.
Ball against Russell. And stolen by Russell. It's Edwards on the wing. And Edwards with the stuff.
Boy, the former second overall pick has really worked on his passing, and that was an outstanding find by Russell.
There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter. And Phoenix with another turnover here.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, They've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
And the Suns call time. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Chalk up 2 there.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, they're doing everything right. How about that? I mean, this could turn into a blowout very quickly.
Now, here's Bridges. 5 points in the game.
A capable shooter from all 3 levels, and Bridges with the smooth release.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game. And here's Russell. 11 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Right through the contact. Gobert's added so much strength since being drafted back in 2013. It's helped all facets of his game.
Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Timberwolves. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Youth Dance Team.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
And so far, just a great job forcing turnovers and creating opportunities in the open floor. The defense at the heart of that.
Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Front-court spots are filled by Bridges and Saric. And it's Ayton in at the center, locking down the middle. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Ball against Russell. Outside, Towns. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Come on, this is a big guy here in Towns. I mean, you got to foul him a lot harder than that to stop the shot. I mean, he's just too strong. Now he gets a chance to add one more at the line.
And we see stars, Clark, that dominate with skill. Others do it more with athleticism. Which would you prefer to build around if you were coaching?
If I had to only pick one, Kevin, obviously I'd like to have both skill and athleticism, but skill is so critically important in any sport, particularly basketball. Guys that can shoot, handle the ball, pass it, and do the fundamental things well. And I think that trumps athleticism over the long haul.
Out to Edwards. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Edwards got the lead up to 11 now for the Timberwolves.
You know, Edwards is still tweaking his three-point shot, but he sure looked good there.
Out to Saric. Ball against Russell. Bridges, right side. Pass to Saric. Clock at 4. Screen by Saric. And here's Booker from the arc. Minnesota with the rebound.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
And the shot is good. Russell's got his second basket of the game.
Big guard, nice handle. D'Angelo can take you a number of ways off the drive.
Charge a screen on Edwards. And here's Booker from the arc. It's not going to go for him. And Minnesota will come the other way. Edwards drives in. And the layup falls. Edwards got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, you know, once Edwards flips that switch now, he stays fully engaged. His offensive arsenal is on full display.
Phoenix calls timeout. Suns trail by 15. All up top. He's guarded by Russell and stolen by Russell. Ball against Edwards. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's Prince shooting 78%.
Defense gets burned by Edwards' ball handling ability. I mean, this guy's athletic and can really move.
D'Angelo Russell, the second overall pick in 2015.
Yeah, pretty interesting too, Kevin, that the Lakers traded him after just his second season. It was basically a salary dump. It wasn't about talent because he's got plenty of that, but he was young when he came into the league. He had a reset at age 21 and then went on to rebuild his stock in Brooklyn, making an all-star game there. And by doing that, showed everybody that he could start over.
Prince against Bridges. Gobert with a screen for Prince. No stopping him there. Jams it in. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be.
The previous play is under review.
It's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
To end the cold streak. Kicks it out to Paul. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Obviously a total team player. Saric is a guy, if his teammate is open, he's going to get the ball.
The pass to Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
All against Russell. The shot's good from Paul. Paul's got 8 points here in this quarter.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Outside, Towns. Prince in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Here's Towns, and it's good. With time running down on the shot clock.
Assist from
10 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Boy, that sharp awareness of Towns. Clock running out, he just beats it.
There's 25 seconds left in the first half of the game. Kicks it out to Paul. Passes it to Ayton. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Russell feeling it out a bit. Towns wide open. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
3-point field goal.
Russell's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. And so it's Minnesota cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding. Thanks, David, and we'll be back shortly. With the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Reed is out there with Anderson. Then there's McDaniels, and it's McLaughlin in at the 1. And stolen by Biyombo. One-on-one here. Johnson with it. Working on McDaniels. Going inside. Noel to the wing right side. Reed gets the bucket. Reed's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for Minnesota. Now here's Shamet. Kicks it out to Johnson. Good on the three-point shot.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Here's Reed. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Kicks it out to Johnson. There's a screen. Let's go. And the Suns tack on 2 more. Timberwolves leading by 22. Here's McLaughlin. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Pass to McDaniels. Shoots over Crowder. The shot by McDaniels, no good. The Suns shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. Johnson left side. Drops in the layup for 2. Johnson's got 7 points for the quarter.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Noel passes to McLaughlin. Here's Reed. That one doesn't go. The Suns go the other way with it. Now here's Lee. Tight defense on him. Biyombo finds Johnson. Crowder, a screen on Anderson. Johnson, the pass to Crowder. And Crowder brings it in.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down hard and simple.
Lee outside. Now the feed to Johnson. Kicks it to Biyombo. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Now here's Shamet. He's guarded closely. Johnson for 3. It's hauled in by Noel. Minnesota leading by 18. And again, Minnesota will turn it over. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Now, here's Shamet, guarded closely. Lee outside. Johnson sends the screen for Lee. He kicks to Johnson. 6 to shoot. Launches it. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Noel passes to Reed. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession. And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. Suns trail by 18. Shamet with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Kicks it out to Johnson. Knocked loose. There's the lob to Towns. Loses his grip and clanks the alley-oop jam. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Shamet. Gobert with the block.
And that's why you want Gobert on the floor. He's as good defensively as any big you will ever see.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
That's a 2 from Towns. Nice jump shot. Good. 15 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
You know, we all know Towns can do big numbers on offense, and it's great to see him this focused.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. Right back after this break.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Youth Dance Team.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Suns trail by 20. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in at the 5 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix. The 8-footer is hauled in by Karl-Anthony Towns. Minnesota's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Outside, Russell. Back to Gobert. And Gobert throws it down.
And look at the big man get up. When Gobert takes flight, well, you are in for a show.
Ball against Russell. Johnson wide open. He fires. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
There's the pass to Gobert. Passes to Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
Really important for this team to get production from Edwards. When he's aggressive in scoring the ball, they go to another level.
Saric is checked in for the Suns. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Phoenix. Kicks it out to Booker. No good on the 3.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
Now Prince. Clock at 6. Fires the 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Oh, Ayton in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And the impressive reach of Ayton. Lob it up his way, and he'll take care of the rest.
And here's Russell. Kicks it out to Prince. Shot clock at 6. This one for 3. The shot will not fall. And Phoenix will come the other way. Bridges, no one around him. Sinks the triple.
Totally unselfish play there from Ayton. Sends the ball to someone with a wide open look.
Outside, Russell. Pass to Towns. Some solid defense from Saric.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
The shot's good from Paul.
Large, but now not insurmountable.
That kind of deficit, I think they're going about it the right way. I mean, they've got to get aggressive on defense. They need stops. And then you got to take care of the basketball at the other end so you get a good shot every trip.
Russell passes to Gobert. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Booker's shot is good.
And this is how you convert in transition. Booker running the floor well and being rewarded for it.
Outside, Russell. The kick out to Towns. With the drive, and Towns throws it down.
Oh, I love watching him flush it home, showing how easily he can get off the ground and bang it.
Paul against Russell. Kicks it out to Booker. Shoots the 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Timberwolves.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for D'Angelo Russell.
He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team. And talk about a terrific stroke. The defense was hoping that a three ball that deep wasn't going in.
Left side, Edwards. Back to Russell. Left side, Towns. Jacks up a three. And it's Russell missing. And so the Timberwolves take the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg. All right, David.
Happy to have you with us for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Hi, and these two teams really get it done on the offensive end. Grant, how much of that is the system?
Well, these teams have great systems, but ultimately it's about the players. The coaching takes you a long way, but it's a players' league. You need skilled guys who can execute your system, especially when you're in the playoffs.
And the starting lineup for the Grizzlies. Bain and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the point.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
Here's Morant after the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. Launches a three. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. To the paint. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants, keeps the ball moving.
Here's Morant, and there's the drive. Adams, shot's good.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Reason why, lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Now here's Russell. Pass to Edwards. Oh, a special move before that shot. Edwards has got his second basket of the game.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
In 2013, Steven Adams was selected 12th overall by OKC, the first rounder born in New Zealand.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, Adams is blazing a new trail. An example for kids in his home island of New Zealand. You, too, can become an NBA player.
Russell, the pass to Gobert. Ooh, good work defensively by Adams.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
And so it's Minnesota with it. The Grizzlies making their last shot. Russell, the pass to Towns. And Towns slams it home.
Look at Towns asserting himself inside. He knows he can muscle his way to a shot anytime.
Morant against Russell. Morant, the pass to Brooks. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Jackson. Rudy Gobert with a rebound.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights that bucket is automatic.
And Edwards slams it in.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Connects from downtown.
The decision-making keeps improving. Ja Morant looking comfortable operating in pick and rolls.
Outside Russell, pass to Towns, takes a three, that falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got 3 assists now in this one.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
And the dunk by Jackson.
One thing that makes Jaren such a great alley-oop target is his hands, measured at enormous 10 inches long.
Now here's Russell. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. Up top, Morant, guarded by... Oh, something else! Wow!
I'm trying to think of someone who gets off the ground quicker than Morant. It's an exclusive list, I'll tell you.
Edwards, a pass to Gobert. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Outside Morant. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Morant's got 9.
Look how Ja just glides through the contact. He's such a nimble player.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. To the middle. Stolen by Bain. The drive by Morant. And then Morant with the jam.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Pass to Towns.
The length, the quickness, and the agility. Jaren Jackson has everything he needs to be a premier defender.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Timberwolves?
Right out of the gates, they've been in attack mode, and I think that's by design because it has been relentless.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
So on the floor from Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the 5.
And some will remember that Desmond Bain was the last pick in the first round in the 2020 draft, which is something he has used as motivation over the years.
And stolen by Gobert. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
I know, it just doesn't make sense given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Gobert goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. You know, it's clear now that teams are kicking themselves for not picking Bain earlier in the draft, Smitty.
B.A., the reason why he's proven that he can be a huge part of the rotation. A lights-out three-point shooter and rugged defender. A player any team would love to have.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Pass to Russell. Here's Prince. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Not just hanging out on the perimeter, Prince showing his versatility and can challenge you at the rim.
Russell against Morant. Left side Bain from deep. Knocks down the triple. Bain's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
Beautiful mechanics from Desmond Bain. Doesn't need much time to get his shot off.
Russell to pass to Towns. And he draws body contact. Looks like a blocking foul. He was in the shooting motion, so he'll head to the line. Ja Morant picks one up. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
So far for me, they found a lot of good shots in the mid-range. They've been fearless attacking with the jump shot.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
Here's Morant. Hammer it home!
Ooh, that hurt. Off the dribble, Morant is so dynamic, even his teammates look a little stunned.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And legacies are defined in the playoffs. Game to game, what's the measure of greatness for a star player in your mind, Grant?
Well, B.A., I think it's all about consistency. The great ones in this league historically bring it every night. They may have a bad game here or there, but for the most part, the energy, the effort, and the consistency is always there.
Now here's Morant. 17 points in the game. No good there with a step-back J.
In this first half, he has really fallen in love with the three. So far, not paying dividends.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
I'll tell you what, Ja Morant just keeps coming at the defense. In the 2021-22 season, we saw Ja Morant go from a star to a bona fide superstar, averaging over 27 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds.
Now here's Russell. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Pass to Towns. Fires the 3. And Morant clears the board.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Here's Gobert. Got it. Gobert's got 4 points this quarter. Well, Smitty with Morant. His ascension into superstardom was quicker than expected.
BA, before he tweaks his knee, he was in the top 5 for the MVP race, putting himself among the league's elite at the age of 22. And with his passion, he's only going to get better.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Now here's Russell. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Brooks from outside hits the trifecta. Brooks has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
So many teams are loading up on big wings who can shoot it. Dylan Brooks, he fits that bill.
Russell finds Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Morant against Russell. Now here's Morant. Not a lot of room. Here's Adams on the wing. Bain. 3-pointer Brooks. Minnesota with a rebound. 36 seconds left in the second period. Outside Russell. Pass to Towns. That shot off the mark. Ooh, some solid defense from Adams. Here's Morant. Here he goes. And then Morant with the dunk.
The quickness of Ja Morant is what makes his drives deadly. Where did he go?
Now here's Towns. Puts up a 3. Not going to go that time. Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Memphis. He's been productive scoring the ball. He's got 20 points so far. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. We've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
His whole first half looked like a highlight reel, rising up and just owning the rim.
And these weren't just putbacks and alley-oops. He was roaring to the rim and finishing.
Kyle Anderson is out there with McDaniels. Then there's Naz Reid. Then it's Jordan McLaughlin. And it's Noel in at the 2 spot. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. Rebounded by Green.
Look, he's got all the confidence in the world, but you're trying to go for the big finish. You've got to finish.
Here's Conchar. Back to Jones. Pass to Conchar. The 3-ball. Drills it from deep. Conchar's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
And with the Memphis Grizzlies, Smitty, they felt like an underdog for as long as they've been around.
It seems to fuel each and every guy that plays here. BA, they want to prove the doubters wrong. It's something that has really brought this group together.
He's showing a lot of confidence in his ball handle. Going to the crossover to free himself up. Ooh, I love it.
And Williams over to help. Kicks it out to Anderson. To the paint. Fade away. And finished off by Anderson.
Getting himself to the rim, Anderson continually finds ways to impact the game.
Pass to Conchar. Here's Williams. Oh, and Reid with a block. Here's Noel, defended by Jones. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
No good on the free throw.
Taking 2 shots.
And he sinks the second. The Grizzlies have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Pass to Conchar. Goes up at the elbow, and there it is for him. Conchar's got 7 now in this quarter.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
Here's McLaughlin, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Here's Reed. Good D by Clark. Memphis leading. Jones with the ball, picked up by Reed.
Now Reed. First personal foul. First team foul.
That's good from Jones. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Pass to Clark. Jones with the ball. Stolen by Reed. McDaniels up top. Green covering. And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyus Jones. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Reed in the post. Clark covers. Reed can't hit. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime.
Brandon Clark is one of the most efficient players in the league. He's been in the top 5 in true shooting a couple of times.
Oh, Clark with the slam.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5 even though he's a little undersized.
And Smitty, the analytics will show you that Brandon Clark is one of the best at protecting the ball.
Yeah, Brandon's been in the top 5 in that category as well. He doesn't put up huge scoring numbers, but when Clark is on the floor, he has a major impact.
Pass to McLaughlin. It's McDaniels on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Reed with it, and Clark picks him up defensively. Offensive rebound.
And if you let the little guy get airborne before you slide over to block him out, he can and will embarrass you on the boards.
For Minnesota, they've gone only 1 for 6 here in the second half. Stolen by Jones. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. And he lobs it up. And Williams punches it home.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
And they recover it. Williams passes to Jones. Outside, Green. Here's Conchar. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Conchar's got 9 points now in the quarter. Pass to Reed. 23 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. And it's in there.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
Outside Jones. Here's Conchar. 9 points in the game. Pass to Williams. The fadeaway. Shoots over Anderson.
Defensively for Anderson, it's all about positioning. Does a good job there holding his ground.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies ending the quarter up 10. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. We'll be right back with you shortly. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
And just a selfless decision from your 2-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. Moran and Bain in the backcourt together. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. And it's Adams in at the center position.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Here's Morant. Morant with the slam!
What body control from Morant. Able to take the hit and power through it all.
Morant against Russell. Inside. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
They set the pick. Morant, the pass to Bain. And it's Morant off the drive.
Elite ball handler who can hit from every spot on the floor. Morant lighting them up tonight.
Outside Russell. Towns is screen on Morant. Russell, the pass to Towns. No good from outside. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Here's Jackson. Pass to Morant. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. And now a 12-point Memphis lead. About a minute and a half into the fourth now. Russell against Morant. Russell to pass to Towns. Here's Prince. Oh, powered down with both hands.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
And then Morant with the dunk.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
Outside Morant, outside Bain. Russell against Morant. Let's go with a three. Rebound Minnesota. Towns has got his fourth rebound in this one. Here's Edwards.
Watch out, watch out, watch your head. Get out the way. This is who Towns is, an unselfish, versatile big man with great court awareness.
From deep, Morant. The shot misses. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. To the inside. Here's Towns. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got his 9th assist of the game now.
That's just Big Cat using his upper body strength to convert through contact.
And there's a minute 45 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Morant. Stolen by Russell. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Here's Towns. And the layup falls. Towns has got 6 here in the quarter.
It all happened in an instant. Turning defense into offense. Love it.
That was great anticipation on the steal. A gamble that paid off.
Morant finds Brooks. Prince grabs the miss. The Timberwolves trail.
Every moment counts here. They have got to get moving.
And I don't think they will. The problem is they've waited too long to make a move.
Oh, and Russell loves to remind us that he has ice in his veins. Big time bucket.
Here's Morant. Pass to Adams. Back to Morant. Outside Bain. And it goes straight through with a swish.
Desmond Bain showing no nerves.
Now Towns fires from deep. Cash. What a beautiful shot. Brings them within 3.
All-out effort from Towns, putting the team on his back and getting them the shot they need.
And it's good.
Calling for the ball in crucial moments. Morant steps up when it matters most.
Russell against Morant. Towns for 3. Here's Gobert. Count it! What a beautiful shot! Brings them within 3.
Stepping up big, Gobert showing why he's considered a cornerstone for this franchise.
And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul of the game.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
Brooks the pass to Morant. And so it's the Grizzlies who come out on top here. And this was an emotional win for them, no doubt about it.
Fans excited to see these two monster teams battle it out. You know, Greg, whoever comes out on top tonight will have really made a statement to the league.
And Kevin, no matter what happens, this is a great opportunity for both teams. They say iron sharpens iron. The only way you get better is by facing challenging opponents.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the point. Now here's Morant. The feed to Jackson. It's rebounded by Paul.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
To the inside, Brooks. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And you like to see this from Brooks, right? No need to fall in love with the jump shot. Give the defense different looks.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Booker left side. Looking for Ayton. He gets it in there. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
Unsurprisingly savvy pass by Booker, setting another guy up for success instead of forcing a shot. One thing you have to admire about the Grizzlies is their high level of effort. These guys play with such determination on every single play.
Even their superstars like Morant.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
See, this is what analytics don't take into account. Some guys thrive in the mid-range. Really depends on the shooter. It's actually kind of lazy.
Now here's Paul. Passes it to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Chris Paul is always thinking pass first. He's so good at finding his teammates, especially when they're open.
The effort level of the Grizzlies, RJ, can be an equalizer against some teams.
Yes, the talent and experience can only take you so far, but Memphis, these boys will outwork you. And in some ways, it's not fair because their energy at times just seems unmatchable. Oh, man, that's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
Out up there for Johnson. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Morant outside. And then Morant slams it in.
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Paul looking over the floor. On the wing, Johnson. A 3. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 4 assists in the game. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Coach Taylor Jenkins gave me a few minutes to catch up. He said priority number 1 is to not let these guys get going from the perimeter. Do not let them start getting open threes. It's a recipe for disaster. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Devising a strategy to take away that three-point shot. Here's Paul following the score by Memphis. With 3, Booker. Brooks grabs the board.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Phoenix leading by 4. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Paul dishes to Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
I've seen CP do this a million times. No one is better at running the pick and roll.
And we talk about the playmaking ability of CP3. 3rd all-time in career assists, 2nd all-time in career assist percentage, and he looks far from done. Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Now here's Paul. At the top of the key, Ayton. Bain against Booker. And Adams sends it back.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject them.
Booker with it. He's picked up by Morant. Stolen by Brooks. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And so Brooks will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. trailing by 4. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. The three from Morant. Here's Adams. Out to Morant. Brooks up on top. The offensive rebound.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. And here's Booker from the arc. Drills it from outside. Booker's got 5 points so far.
A reliable three-point sniper. I like seeing Booker connect from downtown.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Suns lead by 5.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Suns? The Grizzlies trail by 5. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the Suns 5 as we get into the second quarter. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Now, we know that Booker can score with the best of them, and he's also very skilled at drawing fouls.
And you see players trying to get the officials to blow the whistle. Were players in your day, Greg, falling down as much as they seem to be doing now?
Oh, it's way more common now, and let's face it, it's a copycat league. All the whistles slow the game down. I just love to see them let a little bit more go.
Any trip that ends with Morant going to the hoop, it's great for his team.
Paul against Morant. Paul passes to Ayton. And stolen by Ayton. And that's an intentional foul.
first personal foul. Second team foul.
Memphis on defense. It's a 5-point game. And Booker kicks to Paul. Back to Booker. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 6 assists now in the game.
People first think of Booker as an outside shooter, but he does a lot of his work in the lane.
Jackson setting the pick here for Bain. Rejected by Booker. And Phoenix turns it over again. The Grizzlies trail by 7.
Well, guys, look, the Phoenix Suns ended the regular season on a high note last year. They finished first in the Western Conference, a feat they had accomplished in a bit of time.
In 2004, the Phoenix Suns clinched the top spot in the Western Conference, and they're about ready to do it again.
Yeah, and that was the Steve Nash, Amari Stoudemire days, and that was practically 2 decades ago. But the Suns have earned this top spot. They have been putting in the hard work with this young core and grinding out all these games.
Is that 7 seconds or less?
Yes, sir.
Paul kicks to Booker. 3-pointer. No good that time. And Memphis the other way now. Here's Bain. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Suns leading by 5. For 3. Rebounded by Jackson. Grizzlies have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Memphis moving that ball around. Second chance shot, and now they decide to foul intentionally. And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Team foul. Loudest section of the arena gets free t-shirts. Phoenix.
So it's the Grizzlies now, and it's Desmond Bain with the foul. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Desmond Bain. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Al Paul. No points in the game yet for him. Booker, right side. Here's the 3. The Grizzlies pull it in.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Drive by Adams. Morant outside. Outside Jackson. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
And you can see the strength that Jackson has added to that huge frame. He is turning into a monster.
The Grizzlies shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. On the free throw, no good.
And you know, for proof of what Morant's done for the Memphis franchise, look at the offensive numbers. Grizzlies have made huge steps forward every year.
And Morant's got the ball here for Memphis. They trail by 3. Bane passes to Adams. Jackson dishes to Morant. Just 5 on the clock. Bane kicks to Morant. Driving the lane. Another shot. Here's Adams. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now tonight. To end the drought. And the rejection by Jackson. Here's Johnson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Dylan Brooks.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Greg, the improvement since Morant arrived has been very steady.
And the Grizzlies went from the 20th rated offense in his rookie season to number 16 in his second year, and then all the way up to number 5 last season. Ja has turned them into a powerhouse.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good for me.
And the dunk by Booker.
Yeah, and you don't want to let Devin Booker get easy points in transition.
Jackson a screen on Paul. Now here's Morant for 3. With that miss, he is now 4 for 7 from the field. And so they choose to intentionally foul. We've seen the Suns get back to being one of the league's elite passing teams, RJ.
That was the trademark of the Steve Nash era. And look, they've returned to a brand of team-first basketball. It's allowed them to join the ranks of some of the top teams in this league.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
T-shirts could be coming your way. The loudest fans get shirts. Fans in the stands, let's hear it again for your Suns answer.
And the first one drops. One word you always hear the Grizzly players mention is chemistry.
Yeah, you can't fake chemistry, and it's true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people might not think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, it could feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have professionals.
Yes, that goes in.
The wily vet Paul able to score down low.
The Grizzlies trail by 9. Jackson a screen on Paul. Morant with a wide open look. And he's good on the 3 ball. Morant's got 13.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Ball against Morant. Ball passes to Ayton. 6 to shoot. Johnson the screen. For 3, Booker. And it's Morant with the rebound. Here's Bane. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Now just a 4-point Suns lead.
If anybody has questions why John Morant went 2nd overall in 2019, it's his ability to move the ball and create hoops for it.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time.
25.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And it's a role we don't always see him in, but he's done a great job tonight getting the rest of his team involved.
Taking a look at the Grizzlies. We've got Green. Randy Clark is out there with Williams. Then it's Jones. And it's Conchar in at the 2 guard. Phoenix calls timeout. Here's Williams. Trade pulls it in. Going to high school in the LA area, Zaire Williams played on a loaded team.
Yeah, of course, Zaire was a first-round pick in 2021, but he was the high school teammate of B.J. Boston, who was also selected in that draft. You throw in the sons of LeBron and D-Wade, and look, let's just say those gyms were sold out.
Here's Conchar. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
Now, how did he manage to change his shot midair?
Suns leading by 4. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Out to Saric. Back to Shamet. 5 on the clock. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
The Suns shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And he sinks the second. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Jones with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Conchar. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Here's Shamet. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Pass to Green. Looking for Clark, and he gets it there. The game now all time.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Phoenix calls timeout. And so here's Phoenix. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. He had a nice open look right there. Shamet's got 4 points in the quarter.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Here's Jones. The kick out to Williams. And the wide open shot from Green. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Now, here's Shamet. Defense is right there. Here's Saric. Lee up top. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Out to Saric. 2 on the clock. And a miss there on the triple. Memphis has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Suns.
There's one for the low light. Wow. I'm not sure who messed up the pass, but look, somebody did.
Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Shamet kicks to Crowder. Back to Shamet. Screen by Saric. Fires at the elbow. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Jones for 3. Craig against Clark. Williams passes to Clark. For the lead. Phoenix grabs the miss. Outside Crowder, down low. Shamet kicks to Crowder. Bryant to the hoop, and Crowder slams it in.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Clark, and he lays it straight in. Clark's got the game tied up here for Memphis.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backline.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Suns have been good at the free throw line in this one, 7 of 8.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws. And no matter what, one of the big positives they can take away from this game is how well they perform at the line.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Ayton, he's checked in for Saric. Johnson comes in for Torrey Craig. Bridges, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. And it's Devin Booker in for Lee. And Phoenix making a change here. Paul's checked in. That one goes in.
And this is part of Morant's role. As a guard, he's responsible for finding the open man.
Paul outside, and Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
And the Suns call time here.
Well, if you polled players on who they think the strongest guy in the league, I'm pretty sure Steven Adams would be a top pick.
And so Brooks will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Morant scanning the floor. And a wide open look for Payne. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 5 assists in the game. Ball outside. Kicks it out to Booker. There's the triple. The shot, no good. Up in time. Doesn't go that time. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Memphis out in front, leading by 3. And when we... In a moment now, as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Morant drives in.
What I love about Morant is that he understands his strengths on offense, which is why he is so efficient.
Here's Paul. Kicks it out to Johnson. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, here's what Monty Williams went over with his team during the timeout. Not happy with the way this game is going. He said, you're getting used out there on the perimeter. Inside the arc, we're doing some good things, but outside, we're a disaster. Tighten it up. Kevin, we'll see if they can close out on those shooters a little more effectively.
Thank you, David. Now here's Morant. Outside, Bain. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Ayton sets the pick for Booker. A 3-pointer, no good.
Got to find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not going to get it.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Phoenix calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
I'm sure coach is going to give them an earful about that. He can't be happy with that soft interior D.
Morant against Paul. Adams with the screen on Paul. Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
This man was under-recruited in college. Can you believe that? And Morant, he still plays like he's trying to prove something.
Booker with no one around sinks the three-pointer.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Morant against Booker. Right wing, outside, Bain. Morant outside. Back to Bain. The three. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 7th assist in the game.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
A shot by Paul, nobody around. Another three for Phoenix.
Doesn't come back and fire threes very often. Paul answers that time.
Morant passes to Brooks. Out to Morant and taken away by Paul. Stolen by Jackson. Outside, Bain. Back to Brooks. Outside, Bain. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
And here's Booker from the arc. Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive.
And here's Morant. 54 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Just 5 to shoot. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Second personal foul.
That one on Ayton.
So good at staying in attack mode. When Morant is going at defenses, he forces them to foul him.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Phoenix. Paul outside. Feeds to Booker. Johnson outside. Kicks it out to Booker. Fires for three. The rebound by Steven Adams. Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Now Morant. And so the Grizzlies take the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg.
Let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting.
Well, when we look at tonight, this could come down to the backcourts, Grant. They're both very talented.
Yeah, B.A., you know I love great guard play. And, of course, each team has some serious skills at that position. So expect a fast pace of play, lots of threes. It should be one heck of a matchup.
So let's take a look at the Phoenix Suns starting lineup. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. And it's Ayton in at the center position. Now here's Towns. And the three off target.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's a three from Paul. Minnesota with a rebound. Edwards with it, and it's Paul picking him up. Edwards, the pass to Russell. Towns up top. And it's powered home by Towns.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
Now here's Paul. Here's the three. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Well, you know the Timberwolves are a young squad, Doris. When will it be their time, you think?
I think, B.A., when you have a talent that is the anchor of your organization, which they have in Karl Anthony Towns, Cat is one of the most talented big men, most polished offensive players that we've seen in the NBA. Couple him with Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert, and I think you now have to start looking to be a consistent winner. I am anxious to see what this team does this year.
Outside Booker. Back to Paul. 5 on the clock. The kick out to Johnson. They get the rebound. Here's Ayton. Outside Paul. Back to Ayton. And no good. Good D by Gobert.
What we know about Anthony Edwards, he had a terrific rookie campaign, but he got better in his second season, both as an individual and as a teammate, guys.
Well, what stood out the most at Edwards' second season, Doris, his commitment on the defensive end.
Exactly right, B.A., because he asked the coaching staff almost on a nightly basis to guard the opposition's best player. And though they didn't always give him that assignment, you have to admire his pursuit. This guy wants to become one of the top two-way players in the league.
And it's Bridges with the jam.
There's a level of floor awareness that has always been innate to Chris Paul. What a pretty find.
Outside Russell, pass to Towns. It doesn't go for him. And Phoenix the other way now. Bridges, left side. Back to Booker. From outside the arc. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
We know this about Devin Booker. He is not shy. Deep from three, yes, I'm going to take that opportunity.
Edwards for three. Sends it home from three-point land.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now here's Paul. Johnson inside. Towns on him. For three, Booker. Another three for Phoenix.
How about the competitor answering? Mr. Booker put it back with a three-point answer.
Edwards against Booker. Edwards, the pass to Gobert. And the jam by Gobert.
So long, so athletic. Rudy Gobert with a big-time dunk.
Ball against Russell. Outside for Booker. Back to Paul. Outside Booker. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gobert. Edwards against Booker. 4 on the clock. From the high post. Again, the Suns good for 2.
Analytics say don't shoot the mid-range shot. Sometimes because the best scorers are efficient in that area. Devin Booker, one of those guys.
Now here's Russell. Outside Edwards. There's the drive, and Edwards slams it in.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
And stolen by Edwards. Towns against Johnson. Towns passes to Gobert.
Well, Rudy Gobert showing a bit of an edge on the interior. This guy, if he goes up strong, the defense is going to have to whack him to contain him.
And it's tied up with that one. 29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Paul passes to Johnson. It's Booker on the wing. Ayton, a screen on Edwards. Booker for three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, you can see Anthony Edwards trying to probe and create an opportunity to get off the dribble drive, sees that window, and exploits it.
Here's Booker. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Makes his selection just in time.
Well, tie game, and some big points being put on the board as we wrap up the first. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
It's all about the strong inside-out game in the first period. It really helped them get some clean looks down low.
It is great when you can get that established early because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's Prince in at small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Phoenix has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far.
Well, you think about the resurgence for Karl Anthony Towns in the 21-22 season. Selected to his third All-Star game, he actually won the three-point contest, and consider in the regular season, 50, 40, 80% shooting. Really sound basketball.
Just 5 to shoot. Booker finds Johnson. Oh, it's blocked by Towns! To the wing on the left. Right side, Russell. Pass to Gobert. Down low. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Ayton. And the layup is good off the glass. And for Towns, team success was the biggest change for him in that 2021-22 season.
It was, B.A., because when you consider out of his first 7 seasons in the league, it's only the second time his team finished with a winning record. But Towns is looking to make that a regular occurrence from this point forward.
Booker with it. Russell covering. Booker, the pass to Paul. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Ayton, and it's Gobert with a rebound.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
The Suns leading. Outside for Booker. Off target with the 3. The Timberwolves have got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, give me a little sauce. Anthony Edwards rise high and finish over the defender.
Russell against Paul. The kick out to Johnson. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by the Timberwolves. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Back to Prince. Pass to Towns. Got it. Good job in the low post. And you listen to the great defenders. They talk about disrupting the rhythm of a score. Doris, how do they accomplish that?
I think it can occur, Brian, in any number of ways. The first thought you have, obviously, is being physical, obviously within the rules. You can try to deny touches. You can try to deny spots on the floor that players are trying to get to. It can also be psychological. Try to get under the skin of the offensive player you're contending with.
Paul against Russell. Pass to Towns. We've got 1:55 left in the second. And in 7 attempts, he's drained 3.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Outside for Booker. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 4 rebounds in the game. Edwards, the pass to Towns. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
The way they just continue to drive right at the defense, they've really been overwhelming them when they do this.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Phoenix has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Johnson finds Booker. Driving inside. Ayton with it. Yes, and it's Booker with the setup. Ayton's got 7.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Towns on a screen. Russell, the pass to Towns. Now Edwards. Here's Towns. Give him 8 points now. Second chance effort. No good at the rim. Phoenix has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Booker, the pass to Bridges. It's Bridges on the wing. Outside Booker. The kick out to Johnson. The Suns need to get off a shot. Paul for 3. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Gobert. Buried from outside. I don't know. I think we may get a review here. That was close. And
the previous play is under review.
Just yet. The officials signaling that they are going to take a look at this replay.
While this call may not decide the game, you always prefer to get it right.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've gotten enough looks. Thank you, Allie. Good stuff.
That's the end of the first half with the score. Your Minnesota Timberwolves, 23. The Suns, 22.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
On the court right now for the Suns, Damian Lee out there with Landry Shamet. Then it's Torrey Craig. Then there's Jay Crowder, and it's Saric in at the center position. Here's Reed. He shoots. Uses the glass to drop it in.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
After just 1 year in college, Naz Reid declared for the 2019 NBA draft, where he was not selected, guys.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
The Suns trailing. And Doris, you got to give credit for how hard Reed worked.
Listen, the devastation of going undrafted can make some players hang it up or give up their NBA dreams and go overseas. What you love about Naz Reid is he got back in the lab, he went to work, and consider this, back-to-back seasons where he plays in 70 games and is a part-time starter. That, to me, is successful perseverance.
Pass to Noel. Back to Reed. Anderson with it. Here's Reed. Saric covers. A slam dunk by Reed.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Here's Shamet going inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Here's Noel. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Excellent tempo on the play, and he leads his teammate perfectly.
Here's Shamet. Crowder outside. Saric a screen. Crowder goes in, and he converts the layup.
Don't you love the way Jay Crowder slashes into the teeth of the defense? Superb at penetrating towards the cup.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. McDaniels inside. Saric with some nice D. For Phoenix, they've gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Pass to Crowder for the lead. And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it. And so it's Minnesota with it. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Here's Noel. Drives to the hoop. And it's Lee with the rebound. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And here's Saric for 3. He buries it from 3.
Okay, Dario Saric, that three-point shot is pretty. What a relaxed shooter he is.
And Minnesota calls time here. And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves trail. Outside Russell. Outside Edwards. The Suns clear it. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Paul. The shot no good. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Here's Prince. And play stops as it looks like an over-the-back call here.
Did he think he could get away with that? It was a pretty obvious call.
Yeah, easy call for the officials. Sometimes I think you can reach over without making contact, but that was not one of those times.
Ayton passes to Booker. Out to Bridges. This one for 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Prince into the lane. Booker against Russell. It's Bridges on the wing. He's got 5. Outside Paul. 6 on the shot clock. Outside for Booker. From deep three-point range. Here's Ayton. And he can't get that one. Good work defensively by Towns. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Pass to Prince. Gobert with a screen on Bridges. Now Gobert. Stolen by Bridges. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. The Suns on top. They're up by 2. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. The Suns leading. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Gobert against Booker. Here's Ayton. Yes, and it's Booker with the setup. And the Suns lead by 4.
They have a never-give-up attitude.
No doubt keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
Russell with the ball, and Johnson picks him up defensively. Towns for 3. Unable to get that one. And Phoenix will come the other way. Over to the left wing. Johnson passes to Paul. The kick out to Johnson. Paul against Russell. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And last year's outcome, so unfortunate for Paul and the Phoenix Suns, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, the best record in the league by 8 games. You know, it kind of seemed like Paul might finally get that ring. Just a heartbreaking loss for them against Dallas in Game 7.
Gobert with a screen on Johnson. Towns for 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
The shot by Johnson, no good.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net. Even on the years he's not winning Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert finds a way to finish in the top 3. This is one of the most consistent elite defenders in the game.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Endorsed with Gobert, it still feels like he doesn't get the credit he deserves.
And B.A., at this point, I find that inexcusable. You just watch the game and understand the metrics to see the massive impact that Rudy Gobert has on winning. It is not only on the defensive end either.
3 on the clock. Back to Booker. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's on Anthony Edwards.
Well, Devin Booker's ability to put an offense on his back is huge for any organization. His willingness to absorb and embrace responsibility is so crucial.
Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Brents. Pass to Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
That's easy money for Karl Anthony Towns. Gets in close range and leaves no doubt.
Russell against Paul. Left side Booker. Beyond the arc. And the Suns miss again. For Minnesota, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. Here's Prince. The Suns clear it. Ayton's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Paul. Uses the glass on the layup. Paul's got 4 points in the quarter.
Working inside, Chris Paul has the ability to outsmart the opposition and makes himself a good shot opportunity.
Russell to pass to Edwards. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 8 rebounds in the game. Paul with it. Russell covering. Paul against Russell. Here's Ayton. Bridges outside. Takes the 3. Gets the 3 to fall. And the Suns lead by 9.
Well, in catch and shoot opportunities, you've got to have good feet and pre-shot preparation. Mikal Bridges, yes, sir.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end. But right now, the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Outside Paul. Ayton in the high post. And Gobert with a block.
9'9" standing reach. Rudy Gobert twice on the pipes.
Here's Paul. He gets it in there.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting at about 44% so far. Russell against Paul. Russell to pass to Towns. Lets it go. It's hauled in by the Suns.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just 1 pass more?
Outside Paul. The kick out to Johnson for 3. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. And now a 12-point Suns lead.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Outside Edwards. Jacks up a three. Sinks it from distance.
Well, in pick and roll action, you've got to be aggressive as a scorer. Anthony Edwards with the bucket.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Now here's Booker. From deep, an absolute bomb from three-point range.
How about that? Impressive range from Devin Booker. Tremendous touch.
So no problem for Phoenix as they get the win. It ends up being a fairly even.
How much these teams run, Clark, the bench play could be big.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, with how much these teams like to get up and down and push it, I think it's going to be one of those windshield wiper games. So a bunch of guys could get some action tonight.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot. So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. Here's Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rafters.
Morant against Russell. Morant kicks to Brooks. Some nice passing there by Memphis. And then Morant slams it in.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
Russell passes to Edwards. Oh! And he goes in for the dunk.
And that dunk reverberated throughout this entire building.
It sure did. Up high and down hard on the windmill flush.
And you just know that's going to have a big effect on this team. I mean, their blood has to be pumping after that one, and the heart rate racing a little faster, too.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And taking a look back at last year's numbers, he's about a 76% shooter. Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
Well, I tell you what, once Edwards accelerates, I mean, he looks like he's playing at a different speed than those around him.
To the middle, it's stolen by Gobert. Brooks against Edwards. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Jackson kicks to Morant. Brooks outside. No good off the back of the rim.
Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bain.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Morant drives in and finished off by Morant.
Yeah, you got to close off those avenues to Morant. Once he gets in one, he is focused on dropping the hammer.
Now, here is Russell. The pass to Edwards. Goes up on the wing. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Edwards got 8 points.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Adams sets the pick for Morant. And he drives in. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
Absolutely fearless. Morant willing to put his body on the line in order to make plays.
Well, Greg, with this Memphis Grizzlies team, you like how young and how hungry they are. It's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
Got a hand on it.
Rejected by Brooks. Part of why he's stuck as a second rounder. Dillon gives great effort on defense.
Prince against Brooks. Prince's shot is good.
Yeah, you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
Now Morant, 11 points in the game. And Morant throws it down.
And relentless in his attack, Morant is wearing down the defense, putting up some huge numbers here tonight.
Now, here is Russell. Outside, Towns. Russell trying to free himself up. And Towns, the bucket on the assist by Russell.
Yeah, and right when you thought that shot was leaving his hands, he reinvents it.
Up top, Morant. He's guarded by Russell. Jackson has the open look. And the three off target. The Timberwolves have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Gobert down low, guarded by Jackson. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies.
And you're just asking to get burned when you give Morant a lane, using that speed to his advantage.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Rebounded by Jackson. Morant outside. Outside, Payne takes a three. That shot, no good. Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for Memphis. What an amazing... And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Boy, I like the aggressive nature they're playing with here. Not playing soft at all. They're going right at him.
The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the 1. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And he goes right over to D'Angelo Russell and slams it down.
And just so dynamic at that lead guard position. Morant there just stuffs it.
Towns the pass to Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Here's Morant. He's got 17. Passes it to Bain. Back to Morant. And stolen by Russell. And Desmond Bain pulls it down. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Tipped away.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. Towns has gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Morant with a wide open look from beyond the arc and then some. Morant's got the lead up to 6 now for the Grizzlies.
And this is something Morant must keep working on. When he's dialed in from distance, this offense is at a whole nother level. The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Adams with the screen on Russell. Here's Morant. Gobert with the block.
And that's why you want Gobert on the floor. He's as good defensively as any big you will ever see.
Jackson, that's a two-pointer. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. And the foul called on Edwards. That's foul number 2 for him. Just a few years ago, we saw a lot of teams toying with small ball lineups. But I think you'd agree, unquestionably, big men are back.
You know, Kevin, I would agree because simply when you look at it, there are a lot of really high-quality big guys that can do it inside and out. And so going small is a less frequent approach at this point. And it's one that poses a lot of challenges in my mind.
Outside Edwards. They get it back. Out to Russell. Right side Edwards. Here's Prince. Goes back up. 4 on the clock. Gobert. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Gobert's got his first 2 points. Memphis leading by 4. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Memphis moving that ball around. Pass to Bain. 5 to shoot. Jackson setting the pick here for Bain. It's hauled in by Edwards. Timberwolves trail by 4. Prince in the corner. He feeds it to Russell. Edwards looking it over. Outside, Towns. And another three for Minnesota.
Capable of finding his open guys. Edwards getting better at improving his overall floor awareness. Nice to see.
Morant kicks to Brooks. Beyond the arc. No good on that one. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. And Russell with the basket on the assist from Edwards. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Out to Brooks, and stolen by Prince. Here's Edwards, and finished off by Edwards.
How about Prince? Really crafty defensively and coming up with the takeaway.
And Morant's got the ball here for Memphis. Brooks with a screen on Russell. Pass to Brooks to end the run. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Prince. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, when Prince is aggressive and assertive like that, it really does open up things for his teammates.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. And the second free throw, good. The Grizzlies trail by 4. 34 seconds left in the first half. Jones dishes to Clark. Outside, Green. Now the pass to Concho. 6 on the shot clock. Gobert with the block.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Towns for 3. Second chance shot. Gobert can't hit. Williams in the post, and that comes off the assist by Jones.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Minnesota on top, ending the second quarter with a 13-5 run. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave. Thanks so much, David, and we'll... We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Naz Reid out there with Anderson. Then there's McDaniels. And it's Noel in at the shooting guard. Outside Williams. Good D by Anderson. Minnesota in the lead. Stolen away. Inside. And it's slammed in by Williams.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
They get the rebound. Here's Reed. Tries again. And the rejection by Clark. To the inside. And Clark slams it in.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
Here's Noel. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Noel's got it all tied up now for the Timberwolves.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Green taking his time here. Looking for Clark, and he gets it there. From about 19 feet, Conchar can't get it to go.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
To the middle, pulls it up. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
That's serving it up on a platter there. What a nice pass. A high percentage look was the result.
Passes to Concho. Off target with his 3. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Into the lane. Pass to McDaniels. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Lets it go with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Outside, Jones. Stolen by Reed. Noel passes to Anderson. Conchar pulls it in.
Changed his mind during the layup. You can't be indecisive there. Tried to pull off another shot and missed it. Indecisiveness is never good when you're shooting the basketball.
Here's Williams. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. 6 points for Williams.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Noel, no good. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Jones looking for an opening. Here's Conchar. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Just 4 to shoot. And it's Williams with the jam.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
Here's McLaughlin. 1:04 left in the third. Noel. Some solid defense from Clark.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
And then Clark slams it in.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Anderson with the ball. Williams picks him up. It's good.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of ball.
And it's Jones with the ball for Memphis. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Pass to Conchar. Outside Williams. Memphis shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That free throw missing. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Adams, he's checked in for Brandon Clark. Brooks comes in for Green. Baines checked in for John Conchar. And it's John Morant in for Jones. Morant against Russell. Edwards with the screen for Russell. Shot is good, and the Memphis lead's cut down to just 1 on the basket from Edwards.
Boy, tonight just gives you a picture of the potential of Edwards. I mean, this guy is an electrifying scoring guard.
Here's Morant, and he goes right over to D'Angelo Russell and slams it down.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Grizzlies lead by 3. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Memphis leading by 3. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams and it's set. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
And focus there from Morant. He just takes them all on and stays locked in on the basket.
Russell kicks to Edwards. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Edwards got 20.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Outside, Bain. Morant against Russell. Clock at 6. From deep. Kept alive. Second shot opportunity. And Adams kicks to Bain. Morant surveying the D. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Jackson misses. Timberwolves trail. Here's Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Boy, the athleticism of Edwards is something to behold. Love watching him sky up to throw it down.
Morant outside. Going inside. And he slams it down right on top of Karl Anthony Towns.
Hey, guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine. Even if he'd have missed it, I don't mind him taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
Brooks finds Jackson. Back to Brooks. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And the toughness of Brooks on display, not fearing contact when he's looking to score inside. And they haven't let points get away from them at the line tonight. That's always something that'll allow a coaching staff to breathe a little easier.
Gobert with a screen on Morant. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Yeah, you look at Russell, and one of the things I like most about his game is this guy has great vision and passing ability.
Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. On the wing, Bain. Brooks kicks to Morant. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Edwards to take the lead. Count it. And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. That one's on Morant.
At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Minnesota.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
The other thing they've done is they have not shied away from the mid-range game. I mean, plenty of points coming their way off of jump shot opportunities. I like that.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrapper.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
It's Morant with the drive.
No stranger to big moments. Morant wants to be the man to take and make the big shot.
Russell looking around to the paint. Here's Towns. And the rejection by Jackson. Bain passes to Brooks. Morant outside. From outside the arc. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Edwards dishes to Towns. He kicks it to Gobert. Outside Edwards. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
The team counts so much on Edwards for an awful lot. Going to the well again here.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
And thanks to his good work at the line there, now we have a 2-possession ball game.
From deep 3-point range, and it's Morant missing.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Up top, Russell, guarded by Morant. Towns down low. Jackson on him. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And so Morant will bring it up for Memphis. Trailing by 5. From deep, Brooks. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And here's Russell. And so the Timberwolves take the win. They seem to... David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for David Aldridge.